Hello, everyone. Thank you all for your time today. My name is Johannes, and I'm a data analyst here to present a comprehensive data driven strategy that I believe I will fundamentally transform how our agency prepares for and respond to the annual influenza seasons. Our current model is, for the most part, reactive. We found ourselves waiting for hospital to become overwhelmed with patient surge and then scrambling to fill urgent last-minute requests. While this approach is a necessary part of our work, it is inherently inefficient and fail to maximize the positive impact we can have on patient care. But today, we will shift our focus. We will transition to a proactive intelligence-led strategy by analyzing the precise factor that predicts severe influenza outbreaks. We can anticipate, need, optimize our resource allocation, and strategically positioning of our staff where they are needed. Before the crisis, even from the beginning, this isn't just about the filling the shift, but it's about saving life, reducing hospital strain, and providing strategic value to our healthcare partner by demonstrating that we can be ahead of the curve. This project was designed to help our agency better prepare for the upcoming 2008 flu season. Our analysis covered historical mortality data from all 50 US states and focus on seasonal trends that serve as a powerful predictors of patient surge. Over the new few minutes, we will answer the three questions that will shape our new strategy. The first one is, which age group are the most vulnerable and may require special attention? In the second one, in which month does the flu season typically peak? And last not least, the last one, which state are the most impacted by the surge in that? Okay, let's begin with our first slide. Uh, Please direct your attention to this critical visualization as this scatter plot presents as a powerful as an unambiguous story. Each point on this graph represents a single US state. On the horizontal, the x-axis, we have the percentage of that state population that is age is 65 and older. On the vertical y-axis, we have the corresponding mortality rate from influenza and pneumonia. The pattern you see is not subtle, it is a clear and statistically significant positive correlation. As you can see it, visualize. The data point cluster tick along a clear upward sloping line with a coefficient we have calculated to be exceptionally strong. What this means is unequivocal terms is that there is a direct causal relationship between the size of a state elderly population and its rate of death from the flu. This insight is critical. The sheer number of influenza cases is misleading metric. The true burden on hospital, the life-threatening complication, the ICU intensive care unit admission, and also the fatalities is overwhelming driven by demographic composition. So the age is a single greatest predictor of mortality risk. This focus on to redefine our mission. We are not just battling a virus, we are protecting the most vulnerable segment of the population. Our entire strategy must be built around this fundamental truth. Based on the insight we have able to identify what we call the big five states here, as you can see here on this segment, is California, New York, Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania, which stand out of particular vulnerable due to a combination of their large population and a significant elderly demographic. These are the states that will need our most focused attention and resource allocation. Okay, we're going to the next. So now let's turn to our attention of the seasonal trends. This graph provides a powerful illustration of mortality prediction over time for various states. The key insight we can draw from this data is that likelihood an outbreak varies significant from state to state. This finding reinforces our belief that a single universal response cannot be effective applied to all regions. Our strategy must be flexible and tailored to each state's specific historical and patterns and needs. While our analysis show a clean overarching pattern with a flu death typically rising in the fall, peaking in the winter, and declining in the spring, it is a crucial understand with a specific detail. Hence, the exact timing of the peak month changing for each individual state, tempting it will be resulting for attempting to forecast precise week or month for every single state is not only difficult but ultimately counterproductive for our strategic purpose. What truly matters is the predictable seasonal windows and the overall trends. So, based on this historical data, we can confidently predict that the death trends for the upcoming 2018 flu season will largely align with the previous years. Uh, the major anomaly, as you can see, is this one is Florida, which we will continue to monitor closely. This predictable season behavior gives our agency a clear and actionable window for proactive planning and strategic action, allowing us to deploy resources well ahead of the crisis. Okay, the next slide is moving. We are moving here to the next slide. Uh, we have to get deeper geographical view of the area that need attention. This is not just a population density map. It is a map of vulnerability that clearly identifies several critical epicenter of risk. Based on the visualization, it becomes clear that our attention must be extend beyond just the big five. We must also to pay particular attention to a few key area. The first one is states with international borders. If you can see at here, we, the New York in the northern border of the United States, New York has a major border with Canada, and we know that disease can easily cross these lines. Similarly, the state along with the southern border with the Mexico, uh, they are also have a high risk area. The second one is with a major travel hubs. Uh, consider the California. Here, the California, which serve as a significant gateway due to its busy commercial ports and airports. These hubs are critical points where the new influenza strain can be introduced into the country and spread rapidly. The main takeaway here is not just our strategic advance outcome from understanding vulnerability beyond just the population size and the age demographic. We must also consider the unique risk factor associated with states that border other countries or acts as a major entry points. This granular understanding is what will allow us to be truly proactive in our staffing. Okay, in conclusion, our data provide a clear and compelling mandate. The risk of flu mortality is strongly linked to the proportion of our population aged 65 and older. Therefore, our strategic staffing must prioritize these high-risk states to effectively reduce severe outcomes and hospital strain. Then, based on our finding, we have three action plan that the first one is adopt a tier state prioritas model. We will immediately classify all 50 states into a three-tier system based on their demographic risk and historical mortality rates. This will allow us to allocate our resource and more effectively and transparently. We will plan to pre-allocate minimum of 50% of our total available national staff pool to our top tier status. And the second one is proactively engage with hospital. We must initiate target outreach to the hospital in high risk state like Florida and Pennsylvania before the season begin. This turn our agency from a reactive vendor into a strategic partner, allowing us to secure contract ahead of the crisis ensuring and we are there in prevent provider. And the third, the last is deploy our specialist staff. It is not just about sending people, it's about sending the right expertise. We must mandate our a significant majority of personnel possess certified expertise in pediatric care, ICU, and critical care. And we will begin an audit of our current staff roster immediately to identify and pre-certify this individual for rapid deployment. And as a crucial step, we must develop a real-time dashboard that integrate our democratic risk model with live CDC surveillance data. This will enable our operation command enter to see not just which state are predisposed to risk, but which one is actively experiencing in rise in case. This move us to annual plan to a dynamic real-time response system. And within this strategy, we can anticipate a crisis, more intelligently allocate life-saving resource, and also become the undisputed industry leader in strategic medical staffing. This strategy will save life, reduce hospital strain, and ensure our resources are deployment with maximum impact. Thank you. I'm now to open any question you may have.